So we've had some severe weather come through the area, whether or not that played a factor in this call. But we got a report of a dog that was lost or stranded, trapped in a storm drain. So that came in a little close to 1:30. So the guys, of course, immediately rushed out here. We were playing tag a little bit between the storm drains, going back and forth because she's very skittish and she's a good-sized dog. But eventually one of our guys was like, okay, we've just got to get her out. And so luckily we had a little water that we could flow just enough to get her to kind of scooch down to one of the guys. They were able to get her out successfully. She was a little nervous at first, but she calmed down. So we're just excited that that was a successful outcome.
How often do y'all have to do things like this?
I mean, I feel like here lately we have gotten a ton of calls regarding animals. We've had cats lost in trees, trapped in walls, and so now here we are getting dogs out of storm drains, and so it's just all part of the experience.
Kind of walk me through what they had to do a little bit more. We were playing tag a little bit, and it was interesting to watch.
Yes, so the storm drains throughout this neighborhood, they could hear the dog on either side, and so again, being that she was nervous, the guys are climbing down into one storm drain, which is not a super fun experience, and as they would do that, then she'd scoot to the other side, and so they were going to the other drain, so they put a guy on each storm drain kind of blocking off those tunnels to see if they could just kind of coerce the dog to come to one side or the other. Beginning, she was super nervous, and so she was kind of hanging out in the middle, and so finally we just kind of had to make a decision to get her a little motivated to stick to one side.
How long did it take? I mean,
gosh, we've been out here more than an hour, so it's a little bit, you want to be as gentle as possible. Of course, we want to protect the guys too, not knowing how the dog is going to react, especially if she's already nervous. So if they were to just kind of grab a hold of her, is she going to attack? And there's not much room in there. It's a pretty tight little fit. So but again, luckily we got out. I think everybody's okay. We got some bumps and scrapes, but they're going to make it.
Just getting through excuse me, logistical things here. We don't know whose dog this is.
Yeah, so unfortunately we don't know who the dog belongs to. It didn't have a collar on. The neighbors called it in. They tried to coerce it out, but the dog wasn't going to be able to get back up. So animal control's out here. We do call them, and they're going to work to get the dog and then maybe see if there's a microchip or something like that.